What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. And you've seen this research earlier in the week. The Centennial Case, a Shijima story. I figured I would go ahead and finish this demo. So let's continue where we left off. Now we know already that the main character is this girl who's a famous mystery writer, and the Shijima guy is trying to investigate his family, but he had a falling out with his father, so he can't go back onto the estate. So he wants her to go to the estate under the guise of writing a piece about their family, so that she can do the investigating for him and he would help out. So that's what we learned so far. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe
その日、東京市内某所にある後藤銀作という方のお屋敷で、ある個人売買会が行われる予定でした。そこで不老の果実、時軸が売りに出されるという噂を聞きつけた私は、どうにかして売買会に参加する方法を探っていました。その果実を手に入れるために。
正則くん、節さん。
今日はよろしくお願いね、銀作さん。こ
ちらこそだよ、節さん。あ、さあ、どうぞどうぞ。あ、節さんも。
Hey, what? Not here. So they some cheating folks, huh?
すいません。
それ返してもらえるかな。
あ、すみません。
Who are you supposed to be?
豚の血ですよね、それ。何に使うんですか？そんな大事そうな小瓶に入れて。私の家でも飼ってたんです。可愛がっていた豚も食用で処理されたりしていたのでよく覚えてるんです。
あんな一瞬でわかるものか。
ええ、まあ。
これは大事なものでね。
I'm glad this isn't timed. But first of all, mind your business. You know, you see somebody walking around carrying a vial of pig's blood, mind your business, please. Is this person going to the private auction? If so, maybe I can go along? Wait. The second one doesn't make sense. Because if so, maybe I can tag along. So I guess the square is just me asking him if he's going to the auction. Circle would be I already assume he's going and I can go in with him.
この人も売買会の参加者？
何と偽って売りに出すんですか、それ。万病の薬？それとも竜の血？
君は誰だ？
Exactly. Why you been so nosy? Yoshino Shijima.
志島吉野と申します。 あの個人売買会に参加されるんですよね。私も参加したいんです。でも参加者はそれぞれ不老不死に関わる品物を用意しなければならないと聞いて。あの人は違うのに。
あの人？
中に入っていった女の人、多分売買会の主人と特別な関係なんだと思います。そういう人は中に入れるんですよ。
どうしてそう思うんだ？
一緒に来た男性にバレないように2人は触れ合っていました。慣れた感じで。
Well, these graphics are amazing, but I'm just.
あ、待って。いいんですか？ただの豚の血だって言いふらしますよ。
You're gonna
私に何
blackmail
をして
him?
ほしい？
お供のものでも何でもいい。一緒に入れてもらえませんか？お願いします。
Absolutely not.
君の推理は間違っている。彼女はれっきとした参加者だ。
ちょっと。
来ないのか？
いいんですか？
君の観察眼は面白い。役に立ちそうだ。
Now, you know, that is true.
あ
She
りが
might
とうご
could,
ざいます。
could spot some fakes for you, to be
ああ、いらっ
honest.
しゃい。
はじめまして、日下です。個人売買会の件、節さんから伺いまして。
Okay, so I forgot to check out the profiles. You can only see Yoshino Shijima right now. 17 years old, the only daughter of the Shijima family. The only daughter of the Shijima family, okay.
知り合いだったんだ。ずるい。
聞いてるよ。女水さんだね。節さん先ほどお見えになりましたよ。そちらは？
It looks like they just added him. His age and occupation are unknown, okay.
私の友のものです。お気になさらず。
どうですか？さあさあ、どうぞ中へ。
I'm assuming this auction has nothing to do with the Shijima family because if she's the only daughter of the Shijima family, why would he not recognize her?
会が始まるまでお茶でも飲んでゆっくりしてくれたまえ。どう
Was
かさ
that
れ
a
ましたか？
Tengu?
いえ。
I saw something strange in that window. Okay, so I'm not trying to mess things up for this guy. So I mean, it could be nothing, right? It could be nothing. It definitely looked like a Tengu, but it could be nothing. And if I tell him I saw something strange in the window, the guy's not gonna let me in the auction. So I don't know what it is for sure right now.
何でもありません。
Yeah, see, it was probably just a shadow. That mask was already hanging on the wall, so
思わぬ形で
I had infiltrated the auction with some unexpected assistance.
売買会への潜入に成功した私は時軸を手に入れる機会を探ることになったのです。
よし。
The Tokijiku, right?
これひょっとしてエイジさんとロマンス始まっちゃいません？
エイジさんじゃなくて女水さんね。あくまでも姿形だけってことで割り切ってね。
わかりました。戻ります。
皆さん、今日はようこそ。当館の主後藤です。個人売買会はこの後。
The auction's going to be about an hour from now, okay? So this is Gensaku Goto, 50 years old, organizer of a private auction. They don't know what the private auction is, but okay.
1時間ほど後、正午ちょうどに始めさせていただきたいと思います。それまではどうぞご自由におくつろぎを。
Why is this not going away? I'm about to say.
皆様どうも。琴屋を営んでおります琴宮
My
絹と
name
申します。
is Kino Kotomiya, and I deal in antiques. She's 55 years old. And she's an antique dealer. Okay.
すでに後藤様からお聞きかと思いますが、今回の出し物はいずれも不老長寿に関する品。皆さんの持ち寄った品物を並べて気に入ったものを競り落とすという思考です。自分の品を高く売り、他人の品を安く競り落とす腕の見せ所。せいぜい奮闘願います。
いやいや、不老長寿なんてものは大抵眉唾なんだろうがね、私はそのローマンスに惹かれてるわけですよ。
皆さんどのようなお品をお持ちに気になるわ。
節さんは怪奇小説をお集めになってらっしゃるとか。
だから人一倍好奇心が旺盛なの。あなたは何を？
竜の血です。飲めば不老になるという伝説は洋の東西。
Long sought after by those in power, its ability to grant eternal youth. Okay, so I was able to collect that as a clue for dragon's blood. Now we know that's not dragon's blood. She said it was pig's blood, and he confirmed, so.
多くの権力者がこれを求めてきました。
竜の血、本物だとしたら貴重なものだ。
本当は豚の血なんだけど。
Hey, you sold him out. Are you serious? You can't tell me they didn't hear that. You can't tell me they didn't hear that.
自分のこれはある地方の八幡宮に収められていたものです。
What they say, Hachiman Shrine and venerated as a relic. Okay, so this dude is Masanori Minami, who's 24 years old, and he's a medical researcher. Interesting.
伝説ではかの平将門公の方なども。
将門公。
And
本当は豚の血なんだけど。
that's messed up. I can't believe it. But the reason I'm pausing it to look at the profiles is because I won't be able to read the subtitles otherwise.
自分のこれはある地方の八幡宮に収められていたものです。伝説ではかの平将門公の方なども。
将門公の。
将門公は首を落とされてもその首が腐らなかったと言います。その将門公の刀ともなればこれも不老にまつわる品の一つと言えるでしょう。
ちょっと持たせて。
危ないですよ。
今日は誰の血を吸いたがっているのかしら。
節さん。
私が持ってきたのはね。皆さん。
Okay, hold on. A sword that belonged to a guy who got his head cut off and the head never rotted, which is only believed to be, was only told in legend. There's no proof of that at all. And so they say the sword is connected to agelessness as well. The sword doesn't even look to be 50 years old, to be honest. It's kind of sketch.
貴軸の格の好みの伝承はご存知？
Hold on. Oh, that's it right there. The Tokijiku no Kaku no Konomi. Okay.
田島守が常世の国で見つけたという。
It's what whoever found in the mythical land across the seas, isn't it? Mythical land across the seas.
あれですか。
よく知ってるわね。
仕事ですから。
正則さんは医学者で陸軍科学研究所のお仕事もなさってるとか。
兵士の身体強化、ひいては不老長寿についての調査と研究をしております。
ある地方にはね、その不老の果実を代々守り続けている家があるんですって。
それは初耳ですね。
ところがその家は没落し、数あった時軸は全て失われてしまった。
Now, I'm going to stop here just to explain something. The reason why I'm still playing the demo, I would have already bought this game, but I'm trying to make sure that there isn't a connection with this fruit of life or whatever it's called. I'm trying to make sure there's no connection to that and the tree of life from the Garden of Eden. Once I confirm that, then I'll definitely be. Once I confirm that there is no relation to these two, I'll be picking this game up.
だけどね、私は偶然にも手に入れてしまった
Oh, she got her hands on one? One of the fruits?
ほら。
それはまさに私が手に入れようと、いえ、取り戻そうとしていた時軸の実でした。
ひょっとしたらひょっとするんじゃないかと思ったわけ。
皆さん売り込みがお上手なことで。さて、貴重な品々をずっと置きっぱなしにしておくわけにもいかない。鍵のかかる部屋に一旦しまいに行くとしましょう。さあ、どうぞこちらへ。
Wait, are they all going to be auctioning against each other? What's the point in that? Man, look at these graphics. These look better than Control.
そちらのね、時間となりますんでね。
ちょっと待った。
Now, hold on, you snatching on like that.
君の目的は時軸。そうだね。
What gave it away? Well, I'm not gonna lie, so why do you think that?
なぜそう思うんですか？
本当のことを話す気がないなら帰らせる。
浄水さん。
ああ、すみません。友のものが迷ってしまって。
さあ、どうぞどうぞこちらへ。
後でしっかりと話してもらうぞ。
Man, who you think you used to be before you was born? Cause you can't talk to me like that.
ねえ、こんなところに置いておいて大丈
That
夫？
was my question.
この扉は外から鍵がかけられる。そしてこれは私が厳重に預かっておくので安心してくれたまえ。
これは何ですか？
ああ、サボらないで。私の出品物だよ。
随分と大きな。
見せてあげようか。ただしほんの少しだけ。うかつに扱うと呪われてしまうからね。
I'm sorry, what does that say? Hold on, rewind that.
うかつに扱うと
One careless move and we'll all be cursed. You know what? You can have the Tokijiku. I'm out of here. Are you serious?
呪われてしまうからね。
I can't see anything.
ミイラだ。
A mummy?
ミイラを食べると長生きするって話、君らも聞いたことあるだろう。だがね、これはただのミイラじゃない。生ける屍と呼ばれている。
What?
人の血を求めて夜中にさまよっているのを見た者もいるらしい。まあこんな姿になって生きているのが幸せかどうかは別だがね。
さあ戻りましょう。売買会が始まる正午までまだ時間があります。談話室でお菓子でもいかが？
Oh no, no. No, sir. No, sir. You got a mummy, a mummified corpse.
どうする？話すか帰るか。
Just tell them the truth.
私は時軸を取り戻したいんです。あれはもともと私の家にあったものだから。
君の家に？
私の家は少し複雑な事情があるんです。これを持って家を出ろと父から時軸を託されたんです。でもどこに行っていいか分からず、そのうち熱が出て お寺の境内で眠ってしまったんです。そして目覚めたら、
時軸はなくなっていた。
はい、あちこち探したんですけど見つかりませんでした。
So how did you find this place?
その時ある骨董屋がこの個人売買会のことを教えてくれたんです。
Okay.
もしかしたらって。でも参加するために必要な品物なんて私には用意できるわけもなく、あれは私にとって大切なものなんです。何としても取り戻さないと。
どうやら君と私の目的は同じのようだ。
え？
私も時軸を盗みに来た。売買会に参加するつもりも実はない。
What?
ここは一つ私と手を組まないか。協力して時軸を手に入れよ
う。In this particular thing, I would have to say no, and here's why. You told me you want to steal it. You're not a part of our family. There's only one fruit. We're not cutting it in half, so if you manage to get it, how do I know I'm not going to get it back? I mean, how do I know I'll get it back? You could just be using me to get the fruit and then bounce, because there's no way I can take it from you. So I'm going to be skeptical here. I'm going to be skeptical here.
協力させておいて裏切るつもりかも。
でも時軸をあなたに渡すわけに
う。
は。
それはまた後で話し合えばいい。見たところ君はまだ体調も万全じゃなさそうだ。
Yeah, are you sick or something?
私を敵に回すならそれでも構わないが、その時はすぐにでも皆に真実を話すぞ。
でも
そんなことは許せん。鍵は渡さん。
大丈夫よ、うまくやるわ。ネズミが荒らしたように見せかけて、あいつらの出品物にちょいと傷をつけてやるだけ。そうすれば売買会で私たちの品に高値がつく。他のものも安く手に入るわ。
もうダメだと言っているだろう。わからないのか説。今の君がどれだけ下劣で醜いか。
Are you serious? You didn't see that coming.
銀作さん、分かって。私はこの会の噂を流して不老にまつわる品を集めた。それはあなたに少しでも長生きしてほしいからなのよ。鍵貸してくれるわよね。
Bro, she just slapped you in your face. If you give her that key, you deserve whatever's coming to you. First of all, second of all, if you wanted the key that bad, you don't know that we're watching you, but we're watching you. But you don't know that. The key's right there on the desk. All you gotta do, if he gonna let you smack him in the face, just go ahead and grab the key and leave. You get...
内緒で鍵を渡したことを誰にも知られるんじゃないよ。必ず返すんだよ。どうした？
熱い。
大丈夫です。時軸を必ず。
Wow, so she wants to go in and take all the items. You gonna set her in a tree? Why don't you just bring her into the house?
ごめんなさい。どれくらい気を失ってました。
20分かそこらあたりか。
You sat down squat like that for 20 minutes?
もうすぐ正午、売買会が始まってしまう。
それより体調はどうだ？
大丈夫です。時軸を手に入れないと。
She must have a headache or something. Like,
どうする？私と手を組んだ方が得策だと思うが。
at this point, you don't have a choice because you're not well enough to do anything. So, I mean, even if he does get it, you'll at least know where it is. You can go back to your family and tell them who has it, and they can track him down. But you work alone, you're going to sit out here and die. So I say, work together.
わかりました。ただし、時軸は譲りませんけど。
いいね。勝ち気なのは嫌いじゃない。
See, he doesn't plan to give you that fruit. You crooked old man.
セツさんは戻ってきていない。まだ保管室にいるんだろ
保管室にはセツさんが一人。今なら取り返せます。
う。よし、行くぞ。歩けるか？
At the very least, you both can overpower her, take the fruit, and just take off running. Why don't y'all actually get some real light? What you get these red lamps for? You can't see anything. I can't see anything. Have to turn the
絶好
brightness
の
up
機会
on
だと
these
思ったの
lamps.
に、すみません。私が気を失ったばっかりに。
誰だそこにいるのは。あなたたちでしたか。みんなお探しですよ。ここで何をなさってたんですか？
いや、その。
何をなさってたんです？
正直に白状しましょう。私たちセツさんが銀作さんからこの部屋の鍵を借りるのを見ていたんですよ。彼女が皆の出品物に何か悪さをするんじゃないかと思い見に来ましたね。
セツさんが鍵を？本当ですか？
だけど彼女はもうここにはいないようだ。皆の元へ戻ったんでしょ
いや、それがどこにもいないんですよ。
う。いない？銀作さんの部屋にも。
間もなく売買会が始まるというのに、本当にこの中にもいらっしゃらないんですか？
Hold on a second. You know this. You searched that whole mansion and just noticed she's in none of those rooms in that mansion.
鍵がかかっています。
セツさん、セツさん、いらっしゃらないんですか？セツさん。
これはまさか血でしょうか？
Is someone at the end of the corridor? Is someone locked in the storeroom? Now, you know, I was thinking about this too. I was wondering what happens, like, maybe, because you know she came in there with someone. And I'm thinking maybe she was trying to get the key from that guy, from Gensaku, for the other dude. He found out about it. I mean, when she told him he got the key, she got the key. He was like, okay, that's all I needed you for. Maybe he took her out, got the key, got what he needed in those 20 minutes. And now she's gone. And I'm pretty sure all the other items are too. I don't think someone would be locked in the storeroom unless the story of that mummy is true and it comes out and eats blood and goes back in whenever it wants. So I'm gonna check for the corridor.
誰かが廊下の奥にいる？
Because the blood's not leading to the door at all. can't see nothing but like a shadowy figure. What is that? So that's why y'all need some flashlights, man. What in the world? What was that attacked them?
どうしました？
ミイラがいたんですよ。銀作さんの仮面をつけたミイラ。
手に血まみれの刀を持った。
まさか何かの見間違いじゃないんですか？
いえ、この目で確かに見たんです。保管室の扉の下から赤いシミがあって、それが廊下にずっと続いてて、その先に。
絹さん、出品物を保管室にしまってから今までずっとあなたはこちらに？
いえ、館の中を歩いたり川へ行ったりプラプラと。銀作さんも正則さんもそれぞれお好きにしてらっしゃいましたよね。
皆さんずっと別々にいたということか。
説はどこ行っちまったんだ。あ、
銀作さん、今までどちらに？
ああ、節さんがいないんでずっと探してるんですよ。
Okay, see, something isn't right here. How do you know she's missing? Like, unless you've searched every bit of this mansion, which is not possible to do in 20 minutes, you can't know that she's missing.
ミイラに殺されたのかも。
No,
触っ
she
てはいけない
wasn't
ものに
killed
触っ
by
てし
the
まって
money.
罰が当たって、だから呪い殺されたのかも。
銀作さん、保管室の鍵節さんに渡しましたよね。
何のことかな。
見たんですよ。あなたが彼女に鍵を渡すところ。密かに皆の出品物を傷つけ価値を貶めるという算段だったんですよね。
私は反対したんだ。
And you
だから
gave
節
it
が
to her
合鍵はあ
anyway.
るんですか？
ない。あれ一本だけだ。
さっき保管室には鍵がかかっていた。私たちは保管室の外でミイラを見た。とすると、
そうか、あのミイラ、セツさんから鍵を奪ったんだ。そして保管室の鍵をかけた。
ちょっと待って。さっきからミイラがどうしたって？
銀作さんのあれ、本当に生ける屍かもしれないんですよ。
Come on, bro. You can't believe that. First, we have to find Setsu. We should take a closer look at that mummy. I don't know. I have a feeling. If you take a closer look at the mummy, you will find Setsu. But even if it is a mummy that can't die, right, or that can't rot, surely he can't take all of us at one time. So let's go check that mummy out.
さっきのミイラですが。
それも気になるが、今は節のことが心配だ。
そうですね。節さんを探しましょう。
正則君、君が言ってくれたまえ。
自分ですか？
陸軍にいるんだろ。頼りになりそうな男は君ぐらいしかいないじゃないか。
What? Bro, I'm more than...
頼むよ。
わかりました。
Only one capable of winning a fight. He don't look like he can beat you up. It's been 10 minutes now.
どうだった？
館の中をくまなく調べてきたんですが。
No. If this is a mansion there's no way you search every inch of it in 12 minutes. No way. No way. You can't search every inch of a manor in 12 minutes, let alone a mansion. I refuse to believe that.
保管室は
見てきましたけど、中までは鍵がかかってたので。
Let's go and check the storeroom. We should definitely take a closer look at that mummy. Okay, so here's the question I have. The mummy was locked in a coffin, or put in a coffin, in the storeroom that was locked from the outside. Setsuna had the key, but there's no evidence that she ever went inside. So, and if she did go inside, there's no way they could lock the door from the outside, right? Because they need the key. Unless it's like a padlock or something. But my thing is, I don't see how the mummy got out of the box. I believe the mummy is still in the box. If someone is out here dressed as a mummy, trying to maybe scare away possible auctioneers. So let's check out this mummy.
もう一度ミイラがいた地下に降りてみませんか？みんなで。
そうだな。保管室の中も調べたい。鍵を壊せるもの持っていこう。
Not to mention this dude right here. When we said let's go look at the mummy, this dude said no, let's look for Setsuna first. Almost like he knows who this walking mummy is. I need to turn the brightness because these graphics are...
どうも嫌な予感がする。
Oh, she's dead.
なんてこと。
Someone took the Tokijiku.
時軸がなくなってる。
Yo. In that 20 minutes where I was passed out, he put me up under that tree. He went and killed that woman, took that fruit, and I don't know how he did it. I can't prove it. But he's my number one suspect.
ミイラ。
Oh, the mummy's gone. Okay. But no, actually, now that you think about it, why would he kill her? Maybe while she was, damaging all the stuff, he was like, look, don't damage the fruit, give it to me. Oh, but that's the item she brought. So, of course, she wouldn't give it to him. And he would have had to take it by force. I think he killed her.
ミイラ。ただのミイラですよね。でもさっき見たのは一体。とにかく警察に。
待て。お互い調べられたらまずいんじゃないか。あらぬ疑いをかけられかねない。
逃げるんですか？
今逃げたら犯人だと思われる。
じゃあどうすれば。
どの道警察は呼ぶことになるだろ
う。でもそしたら私たち。
だから私たちが見つけるんだ。警察が来る前に犯人と犯罪の確たる証拠を。
確たる証拠。
今日何があったのか、どこで誰が何をしていたのか、些細なことも思い出すんだ。手がかりはきっとある。犯人が分かれば時軸のありかも分かるはずだ。
They're standing next to a killer. They're standing next to a killer. Don't tell me that's the end of the demo. I was invested in that.
被害者は怪奇小説収集家のセツさん。鍵のかかった地下の保管室で刃物によって首を切られて死んでいた。凶器はおそらくミイラが手にしていた血まみれの刀。
そのミイラを私たちは事件の前後に目撃している。ミイラの手には刀の他に保管室の鍵も握られていた。
ミイラが殺人を犯したような今回の事件、果たして真相はいかなるものなのか。
Alright, what could be the truth behind this case? Clues that were missed during the incident phase will be automatically obtained in the reasoning phase. Why? When the icon in the middle of the left side lights up, hold down L2 for a flash of insight. Using it will consume one charge and highlight the clue that is linked to the displayed mystery. There's a limit to insight charges, but you'll recover one charge per 6 hypotheses created. What was that mummy? The mummy was seen in the basement corridor of Gensaku Goto's estate. What could it have been? Okay, so that leaves even more suspects, like the military guy, the medical dude. You searched an estate in 12 minutes? Come on now. What is this? Oh, these are all the clues. Dragon's blood. Wait a minute. No, because she's actually dead. A certain family has apparently been watching over the fruit of youth for generations. They must have a special relationship. Could it have been Gensaku? This doesn't go down here anywhere. The mummy in the wooden crate. Gensaku's auction item. The entire body is wrapped in cloth and it wears a mask. Oh, is this where I'm supposed to hit L2? Oh, so I guess it'll just tell me. Also, it tells me which clue links to the mummy. Gensaku called the mummy a living corpse. The mummy was alive. According to Gensaku, the mummy is alive. What we saw in the basement was a real living mummy. It must have wandered around after crawling out of the crate. I don't know about that. I did not mean to do that. This says, well, the key was given to Setsu. That has nothing to do with the mummy. Slap Gensaku. Setsu received the key from Gensaku. The mummy's bandages. The mummy seen at the end of the basement corridor was wearing a mask and covered in bandages and old rags. The mummy abandoned at the end of the corridor. It was wearing the same mask that it had in the wooden crate. So the same mummy, and it must have, it couldn't have had the key because they broke the door down. I see, now I figured that much out. Someone was disguised as the mummy. The mummy wore a mask and was covered in bandages. Its face and body are covered, so it's an easy disguise. The moving mummy we saw must have been someone in disguise. And I believe that someone was the guy whose age and whereabouts are unknown. So is that it? Are we like... Was someone disguised as the mummy? So I can use another one of these, huh? Since it's a demo, I'm gonna go ahead and use another one of these. Alright, so this one says, everyone gathered at the entrance hall. There were 3 people who saw the mummy. The 3 people who saw the mummy returned to the entrance hall. Kinu joined them soon after, and Gensaku appeared a little bit later. See, he had enough time to go, and who else would know how to get places in the mansion except, besides him? No one at the entrance hall was the mummy. So that ruled out my suspect. After seeing the mummy, we hurried to the entrance hall. Everyone appeared soon after. No one was there. No one there would have had the time to take off the disguise. Gensaku would have. No one at the entrance hall could have been the mummy. How? Gensaku had plenty of time to take it off. Okay, now not all hypotheses are correct. Some will confound your reasoning. Compare the various hypotheses to attain the truth of the case. I was about to say that can't be true because he had plenty of time. "50-year-old Gensaku was disguised as the mummy." That's what I believe now. Well, yeah, that's what I believe. After seeing the mummy, we hurried into the hall. Gensaku was late and could have taken off the mummy disguise. There's no way the doctor that was with us could have done it. He didn't have enough time. Mitsunari, yeah, he couldn't have done it. But let's see what it says about him anyway. Was that really Mitsunari with us when we saw... What? Of course it was. There's a chance he had a body double as an accomplice. No. The two switched places while looking for Setsu. No. No. That's actually racist, but, you know, aside from that, I doubt it. I doubt that very seriously. So I guess the last suspect is, yeah, Kinu. But I doubt she was it either. After seeing the mummy, we hurried back to the hall. Kinu might have quickly taken off the mummy disguise and used a secret path to return directly to the lounge. No, I think right now Gensaku's the main squeeze right now, I think. Alright, so that's all the hypothesis for that. So what does this say? Why would someone don a mummy disguise? I would say the Toki Jiku, right? What was used for the disguise? Well, the sword was used for the... I guess, basically, because it's a demo, I have to use this. Because it's not letting me select anything. See? So it's basically, I guess it's still in the tutorial phase or something, because I guessed right with the Tokijiku as to why someone would use... Oh, what was used? Okay, yeah, it wasn't used as a disguise. I was about to say, why would it... The mummy disguise didn't require Tokujiku. Yeah, but it was missing when we entered into the storeroom again. There must be some other reason the Tokujiku disappeared. Only 2 people wanted it, and it wasn't me who stole it, so it had to be someone else. I mean, it had to be the other guy. The vial of dragon's blood was used for the sword. If I'm... wait, what? Okay, the vial of dragon's blood, the bandages in the wooden crate was used for the mummy disguise. The mummy's bandages were not needed? Why not? The wooden crate the mummy was in was filled with rags. Someone used those rags to create a mummy disguise. They didn't need to undo the bandages from the actual mummy. Okay, that didn't make sense to me, but... The bloody sword the mummy was holding. Was to instill fear? I suppose so. But then who really killed? Wait a minute. Is Setsuna dead for real then? Hey, I just thought of something else. The red liquid on the sword must have been dragon's blood. The person disguised as a mummy used it as a diversion. They wanted us to think the mummy had just killed someone. Hold on for a second. I will be right back. Alright, I am back. So we figured out what? We got some hypotheses on what the mummy was someone disguised as a mummy. So now why would someone don a mummy disguise? The mummy seen in the corridor. Like, how does this contribute to that though? Oh, it's two possibles. Someone made it look like the mummy was alive. If the mummy we saw in the basement was a disguise, there must have been a purpose to it. Someone wanted us to think the mummy was alive. What was the other one though? Someone made the mummy look like the killer. I mean, isn't that in the same, if, okay, you said in the other hypothesis that if the mummy was fake, someone wanted them to think it was real or alive for a purpose. Wouldn't this be that purpose? To kill Setsu. So Setsu's really dead then, I assume. Because my other theory was, what if Setsu was still alive and working with that dude that's unknown, and he just said that she was dead so that everyone would just assume she was dead. Everyone's surprised at the mummy. Someone wanted to shock everyone with the mummy. And that would be the one person who told us about the mummy in the first place. And it had to be Gensaku. Why did the killer what did the killer use in the murder? So I guess I have to use up my last hint. The wooden crate. Setsu was suffocated in the wooden crate. That makes no sense. She was bleeding. So that can't be possible. The mummy was one of the auction items. The wooden crate it was in was big enough for a person. The killer must have shut Setsuna in the crate, suffocating her. But she would have had enough air for at least a couple of hours. So that wouldn't have killed her. They'd have heard her beating on the box. I don't think that's a correct hypothesis. The sword of Tairo no Masakato. Says it was killed with the sword of Masakato. Was one of the auction items. Setsu had a cut wound on her neck. The killer must have used the sword to kill her. I mean, that's the only explanation I can think of if there was a cut on her neck. The mummy? The mummy killed Setsu? Setsu was killed by the curse of the mummy. The mummy was one of the auction items. If it is truly cursed, as Masanori feared, the killer could have made Setsuna touch it, cursing her. Yes, but what about the throat cut? Like, she couldn't have been killed by the curse if her throat was cut, right? The small box containing the Tokijiku. I mean, I don't think that could have killed her. That would take a lot of skill, wouldn't it? The Tokijiku was one of the auction items. The box it was in was big enough to be used as a blunt weapon. But there was a cut on her neck. There were no signs of beat marks. So that's not plausible. I don't see any other. Oh, there's one more here. Dragon's blood. There's two from that. The killer made Setsuna drink dragon's blood. But that, well, I don't know. Will drinking pig's blood kill you? The killer must have made Setsuna drink it. They wanted to test whether or not it was real. But you know it's pig's blood. The dragon's blood was used to make the blood stains. Most likely. But then that would question the cut on her neck. Was the cut on her neck used? Oh, we did enough to get another. We did enough to get another clue. What was the purpose of the mummy? Whoops. A family watching over the fruit of youth. The mummy wanted the fruit of youth. Why would the mummy... Didn't the guy say that the mummy... Setsu said a certain family watches over the fruit of youth, which is the Shijima family, right? If the mummy was a member of that family, it may have killed Setsu to get the Tokijiku back. And do what? Stand in the hallway and go limp? I don't think so. No, I don't think that's plausible. Next. Wandering the night in search of human blood. The mummy was searching for blood. Gensaku said the mummy wanders the night searching for blood. Just as he said, the mummy must have caught the scent of blood and was prowling the corridor in search of it. But that doesn't make sense. He'd had enough blood with Setsu. Consuming a mummy grants longevity. I certainly hope that isn't, that's actually disgusting. The mummy wanted to make others immortal. Legend says that eating mummy flesh grants long life. Perhaps the mummy wanted immortal companions. So the mummy was walking around saying, "Eat me," and I guess she said no, so he killed her? And was wandering around trying to make someone eat its flesh. Yeah, that's, that's a big old note. And the last one here, where was Setsu killed? Where was she killed? I was about to say the blood spatter might give an indication. Killed in the basement corridor. Blood was spattered along the basement corridor. The killer must have slain Setsu in the corridor and fled. Well, that doesn't make sense. Blood was dripping from the murder weapon. That doesn't make sense because she was found in the basement. And the pool of blood is in the basement. But wait a minute, maybe the pool of blood in the basement is the pig's blood. I'm about to say the storeroom was in disarray. I was about to, okay, yeah, so the pool of blood in the storeroom. Setsuna was killed in the storeroom. There was a pool of blood in the storeroom. If Setsu was killed elsewhere, the blood would be there instead. Thus, Setsu must have been killed in the storeroom. But here's the thing, all the auction items, including the dragon's blood, was missing. So they could have just put the dragon's blood there to make it look like Setsu was killed here, but she was actually killed in the corridor. I think we have everything now. Oh, wait a minute, some new ones came up. Ginsaku had the key. Is he the killer? Ginsaku had the key. Only the what? The scabbard is left from Masako's sword. And the dragon's blood is nearly gone. The Tokijiku is missing. Oh, and the mummy are missing. And what's the other one? What happened to the storeroom? The storeroom was in disarray. So maybe there was a fight in there. The killer was trying to hide evidence? No, it doesn't look like that. When we entered the storeroom, it was already a mess. After killing Setsu, the killer left evidence in the storeroom. They must have ransacked the room to hide the evidence. Okay, that's a possibility. The killer and Setsu got in a scuffle. That's what I was thinking. She don't seem like someone who would just, let someone kill her. When we entered the room, it was already a mess. When the killer attacked Setsu, she must have resisted. Perhaps they had a scuffle in the storeroom. But nobody heard that? Like, no one heard the scuffle? You'd think someone in the building would have heard it. I assume no? No? None of these fit there? Okay. Or maybe something fits there, but I have to use that thing. Setsu received the key from Gensaku. That doesn't... No, I don't think that would be what happened in the storeroom. The key the mummy was holding, I don't think that has much to do with the storeroom. But that's the end, so is that it? No. Well, I'm gonna use it. Well, let's go ahead and use it here. Setsu received the key from Gensaku. I don't understand how that helps anything. Setsu tampered with the items. Oh, she did. That was what she was going to do in the first place, right? Got the key from the storeroom to the storeroom from Gensaku. She entered the room and ransacked it for some purpose. That's when she was attacked by the killer. There's more? Gensaku had the key. Is he the killer? She did slap him, right? Maybe that has something to do with it? The key was given to Setsu in secret. Okay, so I guess I need something to connect to this triangle down here. Maybe this? The key, the mummy was holding the key. Oh. Only the scabbard. That's probably not gonna fit there either. I gotta see if my theory is correct. Setsu slapped Gensaku? No. Is there one? There isn't one. Them being in a special relationship? Had nothing to do with it? So what's this one mean? What was Setsu planning? What was she planning? To tamper with the auction items. She wanted to stop the private auction? No, she didn't want to stop it. I can skip this one. She didn't want to stop it. She wanted to rig it so that her item would cost more. Did she want to steal them? That's not what she told Gensaku. Perhaps she was trying to steal them. Could she have tampered with the items to hide that fact? Well, the only thing that was missing was the mummy and the Tokijiku, which she brought. So why would she steal what she brought? That doesn't make any sense. They must have a special relationship. So what's this one up here? Why did Gensaku give her the key? Obviously, because they have a relationship. Because she told him not right now when he was grabbing her on the back. Setsu had a special relationship. Gensaku giving Setsu the key to the storeroom is proof of this. He loved her and couldn't refuse her request for the key. I don't think that's love. I'm just gonna be honest. I don't think that's love. Alright. Oh, it opened up another one. Oh, I can finally... Perhaps the case has been solved with the hypothesis created so far. Who's the murderer? What trick was used? Proceed to the solution if you have the answers. I don't have the answers yet. I don't have the answers just yet. I don't have the answers just yet. Go down, go down. Why did Gensaku give Setsu the key? Because she slapped him, obviously. She slapped him in the face. Gensaku couldn't stand up to Setsu. Setsu slapped Gensaku. The two certainly seemed to have a special relationship. But Gensaku was afraid of her, which is why he gave up the key. I don't think it was fear. I'm just gonna say that and leave it at that. I don't think it was fear. It sounds like I got another clue somewhere. So I didn't get the clues necessary to find out Gensaku had the key. Is he the killer? I didn't get the clues to figure this one out, apparently. Oh, wait a minute. I can use this special, I can use a special thing on this. That's what, see, I put that down there and it didn't work before. Gensaku wouldn't have given the mummy the key. Gensaku secretly gave Setsu the key and told her to return it. But the mummy in the corridor was holding the storeroom key. This would place suspicion squarely on Gensaku. If Gensaku was the killer, he would have taken the key. Gensaku left the key on purpose. That's what I was thinking. Gensaku gave Setsu the key, storeroom. After that, the mummy was seen with the key. If Gensaku explained that the key ended up with the killer, he could divert suspicion, which is why he left it at the scene. Yeah, because no one would pick it up at that point. I think we have garnered every hypothesis we possibly could, which was pretty interesting, by the way, I have to admit. Wait a minute, there's still one left. The Tokijiku is gone. So does that not have any bearing on anything? What was Setsu planning? Setsu wanted to eat the Tokijiku and be ageless. That makes no sense. The Tokijiku was missing when Setsu's body was found. She couldn't bear to part with her own auction item. And then why? And ate the Tokijiku thinking it would make her ageless. Why go to the auction in the first place then? Why not just eat the fruit? She wanted to hide the Tokijiku. Then why go to the auction? The Tokijiku was missing when she was found, when her body was found. She couldn't bear to part with her own auction item, so she hid the Tokijiku, making it look like it had disappeared. So are you trying to... I guess what they're trying to say here is she took the Tokijiku out of the box, assuming that when it goes for auction, no one would open it until after it was bid and paid for. If she could just take the money and leave and keep the fruit. Otherwise, if you don't want to part with your auction item, why bring it there in the first place? You could have brought a rock and said it was a rock of youth and been perfectly fine. So now we have actually used up all of the clues. So let's see if my hypothesis is correct. Hypothesis is correct.
さて、この辺りで推理を整理しておこう。この事件、君が最も気になったのはどこだ？
The most unusual about this case? Let's see. The scene of the crime, things the killer used for the murder, the mummy, or others. The most unusual? I would say... What's in others? Because, well, the mummy is unusual. But it's because you don't actually... The killer couldn't actually think people would believe that the mummy would get up and walk and kill and suck the blood of living humans. I would say, what are other? Oh, what is that? Yeah, others. What is others? I see. Of all the mysteries, which do you find most unusual? The mystery that's intriguing is I would say this one. What hypothesis can you form from that mystery? Gensaku wouldn't have given the mummy the key. He left the key on purpose. I see. The mummy at the end of the corridor was holding the storeroom key. Gensaku gave Setsu the key, which ended up with the mummy. That places suspicion on Gensaku. To determine if Gensaku is the killer, we should think about what he would have done. I agree that's important, but isn't there anything else that struck you as odd? So I was wrong then. I was wrong? Apparently I was wrong? And I'm hoping that they're correcting me because it's the demo and that you can actually get it wrong in the actual full game.
さて、この辺りで推理を整理しておこう。この事件、君が最も気になったのはどこだ？
Okay, so if I have to pick out of these three, I would say the most unusual thing is the mummy. I see. Okay, so what was that mummy? Was someone disguised as the mummy? Why would someone don a mummy disguise? What was used for the disguise? What was the purpose of the mummy? What was the purpose? The mummy was searching for blood. The mummy wanted the fruit of youth. The mummy wanted... that's the only one that makes sense. Gensaku mentioned a rumor about a living corpse. We saw a real moving mummy in the basement corridor. Whatever its purpose may be, the truth behind the mummy may be the key to this case. The truth behind the mummy. Okay, yeah, let's go to previous reasoning. He said the truth behind the mummy might be the key to solving the case. So, I want to check one more thing. Because I believe whoever the
こ
mummy
の辺りで
was...
推理を整理しておこう。この事件、君が最も気になったのはどこだ？
I believe whoever the mummy was is the killer. So I want to say, not what was that mummy, was someone disguised as the mummy. No one at the... That can't be right. No one at the entrance was the mummy. Gensaku was disguised as the mummy. That's what I believe. We can't possibly accept that the mummy is still alive. The mummy we saw moving in the corridor must have been someone in disguise. Whatever their objective may be, the fact that someone used a mummy disguise is crucial to the case. I agree that's important, but isn't there anything else? I'm gonna go with this. If I'm wrong, I'm just wrong. Because I think that Gensaku was the mummy.
ええ、これまでに導き出した仮説の中に答えは必ずある。
I don't know if you can beat these graphics, though. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Was I right or was I wrong?
皆さん。
ああ、もちろん売買会は中止だ。警察が来たらこの後事情を聞かれるだろうが。
So the auction was canceled, which means no one knows where the Tokijiku is. Obviously, the police are going to take the sword for evidence. But the only thing of actual value was the Tokijiku, the fruit of youth. We know the dragon's blood was pig's blood. We know the sword was just something he bought from probably a thrift store or something. And we know the mummy was absolutely fake. So the Tokijiku was the focus.
それが終わったら帰りなさい。
いえ、少しお話をさせてください。節さんを殺害した犯人について。おそらくこの中に犯人が。
なんだって。
一つ一つ整理してお話しさせてください。まず。
ちょっと待って。素人が探偵気取り？いい加減な憶測で犯人呼ばわりされたら迷惑です。
私たちの中に犯人がいるんだな。もし間違っていたら冗談では済まんぞ。 それでも話すというならいいだろう。聞こうじゃないか。
I messed up. It was Keanu. It was Keanu. Because if he was really the killer, why would he sit there and let me explain? Oh, I messed up.
ありがとうございます。まず私たちが見たミイラについてです。個人売買会が始まる正午の少し前、私とこちらの女水さんとそれから正則さん、私たちは保管室へと行きました。そして血まみれの刀を持ったミイラを目撃したんです。いえ、その時は気が動転してそう思ったのですが、今冷静になって思い返してみると、あれはきっと
Someone was disguised as a mummy.
あれはきっと誰かの変装だったんです。
変装か。そりゃそうだ。
そうか。犯人はセツさんを殺害した後、ミイラに変装して我々の目の前に現れた。
だとしたらミイラを目撃した時に談話室になかった人が犯人ってことね。
あの時談話室にいたのは絹さんお一人。お二人と自分はミイラの目撃者。
ということは
It's Keanu. It's Keanu. She immediately turned on Gensaki just like that. I mean, she immediately said whoever was in the lounge couldn't have been the killer. And that leaves Gensaki. He's the only one. He's just looking like, I'm screwed.
おいおい、何よバカなこと。
だってあなただけよ。ミイラに変装して彼らの前に現れることができたのは。
犯人はこの人なんですか？
銀作さんは
Aside from your hypothesis, you must also select and present additional evidence to solve a case. Oh, so now they're making me second guess again. Or I guess you could say third guess. I thought he was the killer until I saw Kinu's behavior. Cause I figured as he came from upstairs, and he said he was looking for Setsu. But now that I think about it, Setsu had the key and he didn't want anybody to know it. So he was probably nervous that she had been gone for so long and he wanted the key back because he didn't want to mess up the auction. So he could have been, that's probably why he could have been nervous. And then Keanu may not have been wrapped in bandages. Because you think about it, as dark as that corridor was, and they didn't have actual light, they had the red light in the lamps, so they couldn't really see. They could only see the mask. So really, if you think about it, all she needed was the mask to look like the mummy. And she could have just took that off, put it somewhere, or put it wherever she placed the mummy at to begin with, and then rushed to the lounge because she knew that's where the auction would be. And she knew that's where everybody would show up. So I'm gonna change my thought process here and say he's not the killer.
銀作さんは犯人ではありません。ミイラに変装したのも銀作さんではありませんでした。
なぜそう言えるの？ミイラに変装できた人は彼以外にはいないのよ。
銀作さんが犯人でない理由、それは
Wouldn't have given the mummy the key. Couldn't stand up to Setsu. I didn't even think about this. Why would he kill her if they were in love? And he couldn't refuse her request for the key. There's no way he would kill her. Now that was a knucklehead thought on me. That was a bad play on me. I completely forgot about this.
銀作さんが犯人でない理由、それは銀作さんと節さんが恋仲にあったからです。失礼ながら私は2人が親密に話しているのを聞かせていただきました。とてもじゃないけど銀作さんが節さんを殺すなんて考えられません。
そんなのね。好きが高じて憎しみに変わるってことがあるのよ。
It could turn into hate. So maybe your love for him created the hate you had for Setsu when you realized they were an item.
節のことは心から愛していた。意見はよく食い違ったがね。
人の心はわからないものです。銀作さんが節さんのことをどんなに愛していたかなんか我々には分かったことではないし、それを理由に銀作さんが犯人ではないという理屈も通らないと思いますよ。
そうですね。考え直します。
What? I was wrong? What? Get a revelation hint? I don't want no hint. Go back to the reasoning. What? I have to go all the way back here? So if you're wrong, it's game over and you gotta start from scratch? Or you gotta come back out here? No, don't redo summary. If I hit no, what happened?
銀作さんは犯人ではありません。ミイラに変装したのも銀作さんではありませんでした。
Okay then, if it wasn't,
なぜそう言え
if
る
it wasn't
の？
because of love,
ミイラに変装できた人は彼以外にはいないのよ。
銀作さんが犯人でない理由、それは
wouldn't have given the mummy the key. Gensaku gave the key to Setsu in secret and told her to return it, but the mummy at the end of the corridor was holding the storeroom key. This would place suspicion squarely on Gensaku. If Gensaku was the killer, he would have taken the key. You know, now that I've read that back, that also makes sense. That also makes sense. I'll go with this then, since I got game over last
それは
time.
ミイラが鍵を持っていたからです。節さんの遺体を発見した後、廊下の奥でミイラが見つかりました。その手には鍵が握られていたんです。
どういうことです？
いいですか？銀作さんにとって節さんに鍵を貸したということは誰にも知られたくない秘密でした。銀作さんが犯人ならミイラに鍵を持たせるわけがありません。必ず回収したはずです。でないと鍵の保管者である銀作さんが真っ先に疑われてしまいますから。
なるほど。確かにそうね。
勘弁してくれ。
ミイラは銀作さんではなかった。では誰だったのか。たった一人だけミイラに変装できた人がいるんです。それは
Okay, so my original suspicion Wait, no one at the entrance hall. It would be so funny if you said this, because then they would be like, we were the only ones here in the manor, so who else could have? No, because she's dead already. I keep thinking that maybe Setsu's not dead, and she's working with that other guy who's unknown to get the Tokijiku, because everyone seems to ignore the fact that the fruit of youth is gone. Masanori was disguised. No, that one doesn't. It had to be her. She's the only one.
たった一人ミイラに変装できた人、その人物は絹さんです。
私？あなたたちがミイラを見たとか言って走り込んできた時、私は先に談話室にいたのよ。
そうでしたっけ？あ、じゃあ違いますね。
でたらめ言わないでよ。
すいません。
My bad, folks. I'm about to say my bad. Okay. So if it wasn't her, then who? I don't want a hint. I want to do this. Wait a minute. Let me check something out though. Not why would someone do? Well, wait a minute. Why would someone disguise themselves as the mummy? Someone wanted to shock everyone with the mummy. Someone made the mummy look like the killer. See, now it's going back. Now I'm going back to that unknown dude because he wanted to steal the Tokijiku. So she wouldn't have just handed it to him because she brought it there. And we've already hypothesized that she wanted to, she couldn't part ways with it, right? So maybe he killed her and wanted everyone to think the mummy was the killer. But the question is, was someone disguised as the mummy? Kinu was disguised. Gensaku was disguised. Masanori. I guess I can only say no one at the entrance hall was the mummy. Maybe there's another person in there we don't know about.
Ginsakuさんが犯人でない理由、それはミイラが鍵を持っていたからです。セツさんの遺体を発見した後、廊下の奥でミイラが見つかりました。その手には鍵が握られていたんです。
どういうことです？
いいですか？銀作さんにとってセツさんに鍵を貸したということは誰にも知られたくない秘密でした。銀作さんが犯人ならミイラに鍵を持たせるわけがありません。必ず回収したはずです。でないと鍵の保管者である銀作さんが真っ先に疑われてしまいますから。
なるほど。確かにそうね。
勘弁してくれ。
ミイラは銀作さんではなかった。では誰だったのか。たった一人だけミイラに変装できた人がいるんです。それは
But they can't possibly, so this is ruled out. They can't possibly think Masanori had a double, right? I just thought about something. She told the unknown dude, you can't get into the auction unless you have something, right? Like, I guess and that's why she wanted to go into the auction with him as like a companion. So maybe Masanori has a companion that we didn't see go in. Maybe that's it.
たった一人ミイラに変装できた人、その人物
Wait,
は
he was with. What?
正則さんです。
自分ですか？
あなたはミイラに変装して私たちの前に現れましたよね。
自分はあなたたちと一緒にミイラを見たんですけど。
そうでしたっけ？
そうでしたよ。
そうですよね。もう一度よく思い出してみます。
Oh, come on. Come on. So then, okay, if I'm gonna put it like this: if all of them are wrong, if all of them up to this point are wrong, then that means it has nothing to do with that. So, if that's the case, if all of them are wrong up to this point, I'm going to end the video here. Let me see if, unless of course
銀
I
作
can
火を持っ
forward.
ていたからです。ミイラが見つ
Yeah, okay, I can.
銀作さんにでした。必ずが真っ先にね。で、ミイラに変装できた人がいるんです。それは
So there's only one other option left, which is that no one from at the entrance hall was the mummy.
たった一人ミイラに変装できた人、その人物はここにはいません。
いないって意味がわからんのだが。
ここにはいないあの人、そう、殺されたセツさんです。
What?
バカな。セツさんはミイラ騒ぎの前に殺されたんでしょ。
大事なのはそこです。セツさんは一体
Pause.
殺
What?
されたんでしょ。
大事な
When was Setsuge? When was she killed? What? Oh, because he. You mean Masanori's the killer?
のはそこです。セツさんは一体いつこ
Masanori could be the killer because if she was the mummy, then when Gensaku sent Masanori to go check on the look for her, he could have killed her at that point when he went to go look for her and we waited 13 or so minutes. He could have killed her, took the key, locked her in the storeroom, and then came
殺
back.
されたのか。
She had to be killed after we saw the mummy then.
セツさんはミイラ騒ぎのあった正午より後に殺害されたんです。
待ってください。さっき犯行時刻はミイラ騒ぎの前という結論になったでしょう。
いえ、その時間は全ての人が自由に行動できたということが確認されただけですよ。セツさんも含めて。
じゃあミイラを目撃する前、保管室の鍵がかかっていたのは
ミイラに変装したセツさんがかけたんです。
What?
セツさんはミイラに変装して保管室の外で私たちが来るのを待っていたんです。
どうしてそんなことを？
セツさんが保管室を荒らしたのは皆の出品物の価値を下げ、相対的に自分の出品物の価値を上げようとしたのでしょう。ミイラに変装して姿を現したのは呪いの信憑性を高め、落札価格を釣り上げるためだったのでしょう。曰く付きの品ほど人は惹かれるものです。
銀作さんのミイラ、 正則さんの刀、女水さんの龍の血、皆さんの出品物で節さんは生ける屍を演じた。
そしてミイラの変装を解いて何食わぬ顔で私たちと合流するつもりだった。
でも殺されてしまった。
ミイラの正体は節さん。
I never would have thought it was Setsu.
節さんは
The
正午
mummy
までは
anyway.
生きていましたから、犯行時刻は正午過ぎ。そう考えると犯人はおのずと一人に絞られます。そう、節さんを殺害した犯人は
Sorry, folks, but we have to end the video here. It is almost, if I'm not mistaken, we're almost 2 hours into this. So we're going to have to end it here. I know it's a huge cliffhanger, but I never would have guessed. I never would have guessed that she was alive while we saw the mummy. I just assumed after she was locked in the store, well, after we unlocked the storeroom, I assumed she had been killed in there. Like before she was already dead. But you remember, I was like, how did someone put her in there and lock the door if she had the key? So she had the key the whole time. She was the mummy in the hallway. Now, when we come back in the next video, I suspect Masanori is the killer because she came in with Masanori. And when he probably found out, like, since he's the only one that has the key, he probably knew he was the only one with the key. And then when he saw her with it, he was like, how did you get the key? You mean to tell me you're sleeping around with me with this old man? And so he got mad and a jealous fit of rage, killed her, and now he's trying to feign ignorance. That's my theory anyway. But I hope you guys are enjoying the story. I think it was a pretty good story. I can't imagine what the actual, what the main game's going to be like if the demo was this interesting for me. But yeah, that's going to be it for us. And until next time, you guys know what to do. Always and forever, stay blessed. Alright. I'm too anxious. Sorry for the super long video. But I gotta know. I think we've established it's not him. I feel like it could be her, but she has no relationship with Gensaku, so why would she care if he was with Setsu? He, if you remember, after we saw the mummy, he was the one that went off and looked for her. But then, when you think about it too, Gensaku also was gone. Well, he wasn't there when we first arrived after running from the mummy. But I think it's this guy right here. So let's see if my suspicions are correct. And that is him.
節さんを殺害した犯人は正則さん、あなたですよね。
We got two other men here,
ミイラ
bro, so
騒
they
ぎ
ain't
があ
gonna
っ
be
た
able to
後、
kill me.
私たちは全員この談話室に集合しました。売買会が始まる時間、 しかし節さんは戻ってこない。そこで正則さんは節さんを探しに行きました。
Yes, but to be fair, Gensaku pretty much forced him to do it, right? He threw the lantern into his hands and was like, "Go look for her." And he said, "You're the military expert. You've been in the military, so you're the only one of us who could possibly win a fight." And so he made him pretty much go out there. But then again, since he has military training, he could probably slit a throat pretty easily too.
一人になれたのはあなただけ。談話室を出たあなたは保管室へ行き、節さんを殺害した。そして節さんから鍵を奪い、保管室を閉め、持ち出したミイラを廊下の奥に放置した。すべてを終え、談話室に戻った。違いますか？
Now keep in mind, bro, you ain't got to confess. None of us are the police. You don't have to confess anything. You can just take off running right now. If you make it out, you make it out. If you don't, you getting arrested. But you ain't got to confess anything if you actually did it.
自分が保管室に行った時、扉は開いていました。中にはミイラの変装を解く彼女がいました。出品物は無残に荒らされて、これはどういうことだと詰め寄りました。でも彼女は何も答えず、いきなり自分に掴みかかってきて、もみ合いとなり、思わずあの刀で。その後はあなたが言った通りです。節さんが起こしたミイラ騒ぎを利用すれば自分に疑いの目が向かないと思い、不老長寿について研究をしているというのは嘘です。本当はある人に雇われて時軸を探していたんです。3日ほど前、節さんからこの回の話を聞きましてね。ひょっとしたら時軸が出品されるかもしれないと期待して参加していたんです。競り落とすつもりでいましたが、もし落札できなくても帰りの夜道を襲って奪えばいい、そう考えていました。
That's so stupid. Who would go in a dark alley at night? Like, after a private auction like this, I'm just gonna go to a dark alley and chill?
義軸だけがまだ見つかっていません。
You obviously wouldn't have it on you in case someone was here smart enough to discover all of this. So where did you put it, bro?
どこかに隠してありますよね。あれはもともと私のものなんです。それを誰かに奪われて。
取ったのは節さんでしょう。銀作さん、あなたもご存知だったのでは？
Bro, did you know she stole from you?
返していただけませんか？
Come on, bro. You're going to jail anyway. Just give it back.
もうありませんよ。
What?
手に入れてすぐ表にいる使いの者に渡しました。
嘘です。
You handed it off without getting paid? Are you stupid? You at least got the payment, right? Because you about to go to jail.
じゃあなんでその時逃げなかったんですか？
逃げれば犯人だと自白するようなことでしょ。だからあえてここに残ったんです。まあ裏目に出てしまいましたけど。
あなたを雇ったある人とは誰なんです？もう隠していても何の得もない。
There's also no reason to say anything because none of you are the authority. And I'm the only one here who can win a fight, remember? I can, well, I don't know if he could take both of them or all four of them, but I was showing up trying to run out of there. Also, everybody there is total strangers. Even Setsu was a stranger to this guy. The only people who knew each other was Setsu and Gensaku and Kinu. So why not just give him the fruit and then leave? No one would know who you are unless you gave him your real name. That would have been dumb.
赤椿だったかな。ただ使いの者にそう聞いただけで会ったことは一度もない。本名かどうかも知りませんよ。
やがて警視庁から巡査が到着し、南正則は逮捕されました。
You stayed there and got arrested?
私の家は代々時軸を榊という家から譲り受けてきました。そして100年ごとの桜参りで選ばれた者だけが食べていた。しかしその榊家が時軸を狙う何者かによって滅ぼされてしまったんです。私の家にもを狙う何者かによって滅ぼされてしまったんです。私の家にもたった一つ残っていたのですが、その事件を受けて時軸の存在を公にしないように隠してきました。
Oh, I wish I had a face cam so you could see my face right now. Okay, so the Sakakis were giving you fruits every 100 years. And every time you got one, you decided who would eat it. I guess to stay or live for another 100 years or so. And you said that they were attacked. And so you had the only one left, and you hid it from the rest of the world because you didn't want them to know about the fruit of youth. Instead of going through all that trouble, why not just pick a family member and have them eat it? What would keeping it do? If you can't use the seeds to reproduce it, what would keeping it do? Besides put you in danger. Have one of you eat it or break it into pieces and have all of you eat a piece of it. And then you won't have to worry about anybody attacking you for the fruit, the last piece. What?
それを父が私に託したんです。
今すぐこれを持って屋敷を出るんだ。
私の父は体が弱くて部屋にこもりがちで、でも私と顔を合わせるときはいつも優しかった。そんな父があの時ばかりは張り詰めた空気をまとっていて逆らえませんでした。父はよくいつまでも老いずにいるというのは人としてあるべき生き方ではないと話していました。おそらく父はしじまの家に背く覚悟で代々伝わる時軸を私に託した。
When you think about it, never aging. I mean, just because you don't age doesn't mean you don't grow old. Like look at Spike from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. He's hundreds of years old. Just because he doesn't age doesn't mean he isn't old.
だからその赤椿とやらから絶対に取り返さないと。
しかし何者かもまだわからない。危険じゃないか。
でもこのまま引き下がるわけにはいきません。
なかなか頑固だな。
父にも言われたことがあります。母譲りだって。と言っても幼い頃に生き別れて、私は母の記憶がないんですけどね。私が頑固だと言われたのは小説家になりたいと言い張ったからなんです。
小説家？
はい。いつか私が書いた小説を誰かに読んでほしい。読者に会って感想を聞いてみたい。そんな憧れがあるんです。
And also, let me just say this too, and this could just be the introvertedness in me, but it seems to me like this is how a lot of people die. Why are you telling this total stranger all your backstory? You still don't know his name. And you're telling him all this information. He could be the one who hired Masanori to take the fruit. And you're telling him all this backstory. He's probably setting you up to die as the last person to have to cover up before he's in the clear.
でもうちでは皆に反対されました。結婚して子供を産め、志島家は医学結婚して子供を産め、志島家は医学の家系なんだからなんて言われて。
時代は変わる。その頑固さがあれば道も開けるさ。
女水さんいい人ですね。でもあなたはどうして時軸を狙っていたんですか？普通の人なら知ってるものではないはず。
He has one himself? He has one himself. It is slightly different because it's blacker than the other one.
いや、私のとは少し違う。
あなたも時軸を？
私はある事情があってこれを守りながら赤椿を探している。君の言っていた榊家もその赤椿に滅ぼされたんだ。君のお父さんは正しい。こいつには関わるな。不老は死を呼ぶ。皮肉な話だがね。不老の私が言うんだから間違いない。
What? Wait, as one who doesn't age, you should know.
おじさま？女水さん？
それは叔父の志島永山と長浜十和子さんでした。
あちこち探し回ったぞ。
ちょっと私の前で吸わないでよ。
ああ、そうだったな。さあ帰ろう。
嫌です。
お前のお父さんも心配してるぞ。
私ではなくて時軸を取り返しに来たんでしょ。
おい、やしろ
Wait, you gonna make my cousins come and get me? You gonna do me like that? Boy, y'all worthless. You know that? Y'all are some worthless people. If you didn't see me go down in them bushes just now. Is that it? I have to get far away from them. I'll stay still and let them go past me. They they can't be so dumb that they would think you could get that far ahead that quickly. But why are you running away from them, though? I don't understand. There's not enough information to make the decision to stay or to go. This video's going on long, though. It's a pretty long demo. I will. They walk past me, so I'll stay here and see what happens.
また具合が。
女水さん。
草加女水、そう名乗ったこの人物が一体何者なのかは分かりませんでした。でも家に帰ることもできない私はこの人を頼るしかなかったのです。
A B? Hey, it's passing, so, you know what I'm saying? Reason that someone was disguised as the mummy. Yeah, I got that off the bat. Reason that Gensaku wasn't the killer. I didn't get that off the bat. I don't know why they... Well, wait a minute. Yes, I did. I changed my mind on that. Identified why Gensaku wasn't the killer. Yeah, because I said he was in love with her, but that wasn't true. Well, I mean, it was somewhat true, but it was more so that he wouldn't give her the key. I mean, he wouldn't give the mummy the key. Identified the wearer of the mummy disguise after making 2 mistakes. So I guess they didn't give me any points there because there was only one other choice left after getting the other 2 wrong. Identified the actual time of Setsu's murder. Identified the killer. Okay. But there is one interesting thing too. Josui said that he knows what is. It's ironic to him, almost hinting that he's at least over 100 or so years old. Maybe he's actually aging in the present. So is that the end of the demo? Chapter 1, a murder occurs. Great Kanto earthquake. Huh? What is this? (1920, 2011, 2022). What is this? The Wandering Mummy. Oh, okay, so that's complete now. In 1922? So there's an instance in 1918, 14, 05, 04. The cherry blossom ceremony. So pretty much all of this leads up to the cherry blossom ceremony. But I'm assuming that the rest of it will be
元をたどれば先代もこのしきたりをやめようとしていたと聞く。改めて私の代で終わりにすることにした。
赤椿。
あなたは本物の西丸誠を生み出した方だ。何か思いつくことがあったら教えてください。
あなたが時軸を使えば母さんは救えたかもしれないんだ。
ちょうどその頃毒入りジュースなどの事件が立て続けに起こっていますね。
大変なことになりました。
私のことは西成誠とでも呼んでください。
Nishimari? Well, that's the end of the demo. I have to say, I was invested in this story. I was seriously invested in the story. So I'll go ahead and say this now. I plan on picking this game up. So I'll definitely uncover the mystery on the channel. One thing that, and I know it's probably set to change, but I mean, there wasn't a single, I mean, it really did my heart good to not have a single word out of what, almost over 2 hours of a demo. Not a single bit of foul language. Very minimal violence, but the story is there. The story is there. I'll definitely be picking this up. So yeah, you'll be seeing this game in the future. That's going to be it for the demo. That's going to be it for this game for right now. Don't worry about it though. It'll probably be downloading after this video is done. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. Oh, there's so many interesting things. Yeah, I'm invested. So yeah, that's gonna be it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys will leave a comment on what you thought about the demo. In the comment section, leave a like on the video if you thought the video was okay, and you know, consider subscribing to the channel. Help us reach 100 subscribers. Oh man, I actually want to start playing this right now, to be honest. But you know, see, you gotta do things in moderation. So yeah, I'm gonna go get something to eat for dinner, and probably go ahead and start downloading this game. But until next time, you guys know what to do. Stay blessed.